You ever find yourself writing a wall of if else or switch statements just to decide which object to create? Maybe you're building a notification system, and before you know it, you have already something like. So imagine this, you are a developer at a startup. Your boss comes in and says, "Hey, we need a system that sends notification, email, SMS, push, or maybe even WhatsApp." You node and code up a quick solution, a notification service class with a giant switch deciding what to create. It works, it ships, everyone's happy. Until marketing comes in and says, "Hey, we want to add an in app notification, Slack alerts, maybe even Discord." Suddenly, you are staring at your code and thinking, if I had to add one more if else, I'll lose my mind. That's the moment every dev meets the factory pattern. The factory pattern says, stop deciding which class to create inside your logic. Instead, move that responsibility into a factory, a dedicated class that creates objects for you. Let's see this in action. So let's take a look at our client code and see what not to do. As you can see, I have this factory client code that actually gets the notification from this method, which is in our client logic, and then calls the send method on it. This, as you can see, is not very scalable because if we have, say, two or three more types of notifications that we want to send, it will be ever increasing series of if else. We don't want that in our code. So how to fix that? The fix is simple. Use the notification factory, which would encapsulate this logic. To demonstrate the factory pattern, let me show you first how the notifications are arranged. We have a public interface called iNotification that has a send method. Now, email notification, SMS notification, both inherit from iNotification interface. Both implement the send method. Here it logs to console, but let's imagine that they are doing the respective job of sending an email and sending an SMS. So to create a notification factory, we just declare a public class notification factory and then create a method. That's called create, which returns notification. It returns base type so that we can send all the different type of notifications that we want to. In the client code, we'll first instantiate the factory. Once we have done that, we'll create our notification. How we do that? Factory dot create, and then we'll pass the type of notification we want to create. For instance, this time I want to create an SMS notification. So I'll do that, and then I'll call send on notification, which would send the notification. See how simple and clear it is. Add a new kind of notification, let's say push notification. What we need to do is we need to implement a new type of notification that would extend from iNotification interface. Let's call this push notification. And now in our factory, we need to add another type that says push, and then corresponding to that, we'll create new push notification and return that. That's how simple it is to add new types of notifications to this notification factory. The beauty here isn't in the syntax, it's in the design freedom. You have removed if else clutter, you have separated creation from usage, you have made the system open for extension but closed for modification. Tomorrow, if you need to add AI notifications, you just drop in a new class, no existing code breaks. That's how senior developers think, not just about what works today, but what stays clean tomorrow. So next time you find yourself writing a wall of if else just to create objects, stop. Ask yourself, should this be a factory instead? Because great code doesn't just work, it's scale. I'm Codey-Singh. This is Design Patterns, Code Like a Senior Dev, Episode 3. Hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one, where we tackle the abstract factory pattern and go even deeper.